If you're a commercial driver, you know your CDL is so much more than just a license. It's your entire livelihood. And keeping it active, well, that's everything. So in this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain on verifying your medical certification with a Texas DPS. Our whole goal here is to help you cut through the confusion and give you the peace of mind you deserve so you can stay on the road. Let's dive in.
Okay, let's talk about that letter. That notification that shows up and says your CDL is about to be downgraded. Man, there is nothing quite like that feeling, right? Your heart just drops into your stomach and your mind starts racing. But before you panic, just take a deep breath with me, because this situation is usually not as scary as it looks.
And I really want to be crystal clear on this point. Getting a downgrade notice almost never means your medical examiner messed up or lost your certificate. Nope. In pretty much every case, we submitted your certification to the National Registry exactly like we're supposed to. The real problem is usually just a bit of a computer lag. The state system just hasn't seen it yet.
Yeah, let's look at what it feels like versus what's actually going on. It's so easy to think the worst, right? Oh no, the examiner forgot, or my certificate's not valid, or even I did something wrong. But the reality? It's way less dramatic. We submitted it. The Texas DPS system just hasn't grabbed it from the national database yet. The computers just need a minute to talk to each other. It's a tech issue, not a you issue.
The best way to think about it is like a digital relay race. It's a handoff. So first, your medical examiner, that's us at Alamo City Health and Safety, we do the push. We send your exam results straight to the big FMCSA National Registry. They hold it securely. And then, the last step, and this is where the holdup usually happens, is the pull. The Texas DPS system has to reach in and pull that file to update your license.
So how long does this all take? Knowing the timeline is going to save you a lot of stress. Most of the time, you'll see your record update in just 1 to 3 days. But, and this is important, it's totally normal for it to take up to 14 days. I know waiting is the hardest part, but try to be patient during those 2 weeks. The real time to take action is on day 15, not before.
We don't want you just sitting around and worrying. We want to empower you. That's why at Alamo City Health and Safety, at the end of your exam, we email you a copy of your certificate and a special direct link. We call it our Easy Click solution because it takes you right to the Texas DPS portal. You can check your status yourself, anytime, anywhere.
This makes your daily check-in routine super simple. Just 3 little steps. 1. Click that link we sent you. 2. Log in each day to see if your status has changed. Just make it a habit for a couple weeks. And 3. This one is so important. The second you see that your medical cert is updated, take a screenshot. Capture that proof and save it somewhere safe.
Okay, now for probably the most important piece of advice in this entire explainer. If you've been checking and your record still hasn't updated after a few days, please listen very carefully. Stop. Whatever you do, do not go get a second CDL physical.
So why are we so serious about this? Well, because getting a second exam just opens up a whole new can of worms. For starters, you're paying for something you don't need. But worse, it creates a duplicate file in the National Registry, and that just confuses the whole system. And guess what that confusion leads to? You got it, even longer delays. It's the one thing you can do that's guaranteed to make the problem worse.
All right, so if you're not supposed to get another exam, then what in the world could be causing a delay past that normal 2-week window? Let's do a little troubleshooting and look at the most common reasons your record might be stuck.
The number one reason for a delay, hands down, is a simple data mismatch. These federal and state systems are just computers. They're not smart enough to guess. Every single piece of information, your last name, your date of birth, your driver's license number, it all has to match your license perfectly. One tiny little typo can cause the whole system to say, nope, and reject the pull.
Another thing that can slow things down is what's called a variance. This could be a federal exemption, a waiver, things like that. Just picture it like a highway. Most exams get to zoom through the fast lane straight to the state. But if you have a variance, your file has to take an exit and stop at the variance toll booth. It needs a real person at the FMCSA to manually review and approve it before it can get back on the road to the Texas DPS.
And hey, speaking of making things easier, here's some really good news. If you're a driver with certain vision or diabetes conditions that used to need a separate exemption, that whole process has been streamlined. The standards have changed, so now we can evaluate those things right here during your exam. It makes life a lot simpler. And a special note for all you new drivers out there with a Commercial Learner's Permit, a CLP. If you see a system error pop up, do not worry. This happens all the time. The National Registry just doesn't recognize your brand new permit number yet. We totally expect this. We just acknowledge the info is correct and push it through manually. It's a totally normal step for new applicants.
So you've been checking every day. You've been patient. You haven't gotten a second exam. And now you've hit this magic number. Day 15. This is it. If 2 full weeks have gone by and that DPS portal still isn't updated, this is your green light to stop waiting and take the next step.
And what's that step? Simple. You call us. We've got your back. As soon as you call, our team will get right on it. We'll log into the National Registry ourselves, we'll confirm that your exam was successfully submitted, and then we will email you a screenshot of that confirmation page. That way, you have hard proof to show the DPS if you need to.
At the end of the day, our mission is simple. We keep you driving. If you ever have any questions about your certification or if it's time to schedule your next DOT physical, please give us a call. Again, we are Alamo City Health and Safety, and our number is 210-366-4357. We are always here to help.
So we've gone through the whole digital relay race. We've talked about that critical 15-day mark. You're now armed with everything you need to know to handle this without all the stress. So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. Now that you're in the know, what's the one piece of advice you can pass along to another driver to help them stay calm and stay on the road? Thanks for listening.